Okay. So today our objective is that we are going to learn how we arrange some setup numbers, right? Let us example like we have a number like maybe 73942, right? And maybe 8,
Right.
right?
Right.
So this is the number, okay? So this number I want to make arrangement. Maybe arrangement can be two arrange, maybe ascending order,
Or
or
descending.
maybe descending, right? So this is the mathematical terminology. Whenever we uh, study maths, there are some numbers, series of numbers, and our responsibility we have to make arrange, maybe ascending order, maybe descending order. So
Right.
now in the our programming language, generally we say we are sort the element, hmm? Sorting, right? Sort the element, right? Terminology can be different, maybe ascending order, descending order. Simply say sort the elements. Elements means these are the number, right?
Sort means either
Sort
ascending
means
or
might
descending.
be ascending order or might be descending order. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the computer terminology. Generally, while writing program, we are not saying ki ascending order or descending order, but we say ki let's sort the element, right? This or
Right.
this, whatever you want, right?
Right.
Terminology only way different, right? I am saying ki let's go study the sorting or sort the element. That means might be ascending order or descending order. That means we have some set of numbers. Okay, set of
Right.
numbers, set of numbers. Okay, okay. So our objective, we have a set of numbers, and now here in the programming language, instead of set of number, we say array of number, right?
Right.
We say array of numbers, array of numbers, right? Right? This is array of number. In the computer, generally, we are saying concept array of numbers. In normal mathematics language, you are saying this is the set of numbers. And set of numbers, I want maybe, let's go to the ascending order, right? Or descending order, anyone. So generally, in the mathematics, how will perform? Let's we have this is the set of number. Then mathematically, how make in ascending order? So what the uh, approach are we are thinking as a human being?
Okay. So for us, we just
Hmm.
visualize and
Hmm.
we know two is there, then it comes five.
Yes. So
Like,
generally what we are doing, whatever the number we have, like this is the number. In generally, whenever we are teaching our childs or student, so this is the basic way we have the set of numbers, right? Set of
mhm.
numbers, set of numbers. Let's make here like 4, okay, right? So whenever we have some set of number, like here we have set of number, so how generally we can go in ascending order? The basic rule say ki let's start read this number. Who is the smallest number, right? So this
Two.
is the smallest number is the 2, right? This who is the smallest number in the whole set of numbers? Like
Two.
7, 4, 9, 5, 2, 8. 2 is the smallest, right?
Right.
So now say we write the 2 is the smallest number, 1, right? And say this is the done. And next again you identify what is the next smallest number. So
Four.
that is this is done, right? Next smallest number is the 4, right? So you say this is the next smallest number, right?
Mm.
Then let's get done. This is also done, right? This is also cut, right? Which is the next smallest number?
Right.
Next smallest number is a 5, right? So we say next smallest number is a 5. And also 5 you say cut mark, right? Cut. Next smallest number 7. So you say next smallest number 7. You also cut them. Next smallest number 8, right?
Right.
In this way, we can teach our student, right? So whenever we have a number, let's start first find out what is the your minimum element. Who is the minimum? Just find out this is the minimum. Just cut them. This is the you find the minimum. After that, remaining numbers, whatever remaining numbers, you can again find out the next minimum. Whatever the minimum, you can let's find out min. Just note down here somehow, right?
Right.
So in this way, we can arrange our number, right? Till now, any doubt?
Okay. So the way it works is
In the
uh,
mathematics, how will doing like ascending order? So we are saying, student, ki whatever the setup number, let's go find what is the minimum number in this, right? So you say
so
that 2, right?
yeah, and we remove that.
Just note down ki this is the 2 remove. Just let's say here write 2 is the minimum number, right?
Okay, yeah.
And next times, let's say the 2 is the minimum, and next time if this is the done, just don't touch again go to search who is the minimum. Again the minimum is a 4, right? So just mark this is the second minimum, right? That's second minimum, right?
Right.
Just makes mark the next minimum like a 5. This is the next minimum, right? What is the next minimum? This like 7 and then 8, right? So our objective, whatever the set of number we have, always going to find first minimum number and make at the first place, right?
Right.
If this is our original number, whatever the minimum, we have to make at the first place, right? Right? And next, whatever the minimum, we have to go to the next place, right? Second place, right? Whatever the next minimum is a 5. 5 go to this place, right? What is the
So
next
we
minimum number? 7. 7 go
seven.
to this place. And
So we
finally,
write two array, two.
yes, the coding part we are going to understand, but our objective is that ki first you have to find the minimum number and just put those minimum number in the first place, right?
Okay, okay. I see. That's the objective. Okay.
Objective.
Hmm.
And once done, similar work for the rest of number, right? Our objective is first we have to find out what is the minimum number in this. If let's find 2, just move this to the first place, right?
Okay,
And
okay. I see. I see. Yeah.
whenever you move 2 here, 2 here, so what is the
Hmm.
value of 7? 7 move to the here, right? Somehow, right?
Okay, I see. So you're
So that
shuffling.
we cannot
You're
lose this 7 value, right?
you're shuffling, like you're
Yeah,
moving two into the first.
yeah, yeah. Whenever
Okay.
you 2 place here 2, what is the value of where 7 goes, right?
Right,
Right?
right,
So this is your array of number, right? Here 7, right? And you
right,
find this is the 2, right? This is the minimum place. So you have to move this 2 to the first place, right?
right.
Let's you copy here 2 to the here 2. Then what happened about 7? Where 7 number goes?
Seven will go here.
So somehow we have to first hold the 7, right? And then we have to copy here 2 and then 7 place here, right? So that we are not losing any number, right?
Right, right. Hmm.
So in this way, mathematically, we are doing ascending or descending order, right?
Hmm.
Any doubt till now?
I got it now. So
This
yeah,
is not
I,
till now. This is not I'm discussing any programming. Just as simple mathematic approach. How we are going to teach our student or child how you make arrangement of a number, right? How make your
okay.
ascending order.
Okay, in a mathematic language, you're
Yeah,
just
I'm
explaining.
just explaining the mathematics. This is the
Okay,
mathematics. You are going to teach your son. Hey, can you arrange this number in ascending order? How will teach?
okay, okay. I see, I see.
So
Yeah,
we have just given the simple approach. Let's my child find out what is the minimum number. Minimum number is say 2. Let's 2 place here, right?
right.
Let's note down. This is the I have read number, right? Next
Right.
time again ask question. Can you again find out the next minimum number? So you find the next minimum number 4. Then again 4 note down, right? Now this is also done, right? Again find again next minimum number. So you notice next minimum number is the 5. So you say
Five.
find 5 and just mark this is 5 done, right?
Right.
Again next minimum number. You say next minimum number 7. So you say right 7 and mark 7 also done. Then what is the minimum number? 8. Mark 8. Mark 8 done. Then what is the remaining? 9. 9. Right? In
Hmm.
this way, we are teaching our child, student, anyone, how you are making ascending order, right? So whatever the approach we are teaching our students, similarly we can inform our compiler. They can write code for me, right? Still any confusion?
Okay. Yeah, I understand now. Um. Okay, I got it now. Okay.
Okay, so let's going to think how whatever the mathematical approach till now we discussed, how we can inform our Java compiler. Hey, compiler, this work you do for me, right?
Right.
So let us. We have a like. So our objective would be this is your input input, and our objective would be what the output would be like 2, 4, 5, 7, and 8 and 9, right?
Right.
So this is our objective, right? Okay. If this is my input number, right, and I want to make one arranging
Output.
maybe ascending order in this format, right? So let us write in our program. It's the method static just void sort, and we have a input like a whenever we have a multiple numbers, that means using the array concept, right? Array, right?
Oh,
So
whenever we have multiple number, right, right.
we are using the array for storing multiple value, right?
Oh, correct.
So here let us here this array already we have discussed array. Let's we have your input,
Yeah, that was the first part when we started the course.
right?
Yeah.
7, 4, 9, 5, 2, 8, right?
Right.
This is the array. And if you print out how to print array, this is the
Yeah.
concept
It's a
array
array. Array is
as
dot string of
to string
two
array.
string, two
Yeah.
string, and then input.
So we are able to at least print the array. So our
Right.
currently print in this order, right?
Correct.
Because we are not applying any kind of business logic, right? To
Right.
sort them.
That's
Always
right.
printing in the same order, right? Here.
Right. Yeah.
So let's think I am going to call this sort function. Sort this array, right? Whatever the input. And once sorting done, just after that again print, it must be sorted, right?
Right.
But currently in this sort function, we have not written any business logic. So our output like the both are the same, right? Okay.
That's right.
So let's think how we are going to sort. So as I discussed, what the first our objective, whatever the input array, I am going to find who, what is the minimum value place, right? right? Is it clear? So let's we say key one find the min position, right? Min position. What is the minimum position, right? Okay. You know key for reading array element we have a index like
Right. So we can run a loop.
uh, so loop. Let's start from 0 initially. क्योंकि array index always this value start from 0%, right? 0%,
That's right.
1%,
Yeah.
2%, 3%, 4 8. And let's j less than let's whatever the array dot length
A dot length.
uh, j plus plus and s out. If you print a of like j 0%, 1%, 2%, so you get all the value one by one, right?
Correct.
So till now we are able to read all the value, but here we have to figure out ki, what is the minimum value. So how to think? In this the number, first we receive the 7, then 4, then 2, then 7, 5, then 2, then 9. So how to say, how our compiler know okay, this is the minimum? How to know okay, this minimum, this minimum, this minimum, this minimum, this minimum, or this minimum? Think. How to check? As human being, we know uh, the style of writing, right? The 2 in this way, this is the smallest number, right? As
Right.
we know, right? But how we had
That's
to
right.
inform compiler that this is the 2 is the minimum? How we can tell compiler, hey compiler, this is your array element. First time you receive 7, right? First time you receive 7. So is it smallest or not? How to check? Whenever first loop run, so whenever this loop run first time, okay, first like j, okay, whenever j initially 0, then the value of a j is 7, right? So here, oh, so it's be plus. So here our objective now, first time whenever we are running loop, now we have a one variable like a of j. So this is the first time it become a 7. So if it is a 7, then I can decide it is a minimum or not. My question, how to say? For checking any value less than greater than, you need the two number, right? Number first and number second, right?
Correct.
At least need two minimum number. Maybe this is the 7 and this is maybe 10, right? So then I can say, yeah, this is the small and this is the greater, right? We have a condition less than greater than, right? This is the two condition, right?
Right.
This is the two symbol, no? This is the less than and greater than, right?
Right.
So for I am saying, hey compiler, this is the smallest number two. How? Until we need at least in the two number. And two number I can compare which is the smallest, right? So we need a two number to check who is the small, who is the big. Is it clear?
Hmm.
We are going to how to we know like I know this is the symbol greater than, so this part should be your less, this part should be your greater than, right? So we are going to use this operator less than or greater than to decide which number is less than, right? Is it clear?
Okay.
So
Now I have a question. If you
yes.
check number two
Hmm,
using logic,
hmm.
now the loop will stop at two because it also has to check eight. Make sure the all the
Yeah, we have to go check all the number, and this is all the number. So until we are not read all the array element, how we can say which is the minimum, right? You
right,
notice the last to last section we have a already studied this part ki how to find out minimum element of an array, yeah, how to find out maximum element of an array, right?
right,
You have
right,
remembered ki we have a one
right,
array element and we have already written the program finding the minimum element, right?
right,
The same program here we are going to use to find the minimum first, right? Right or not?
right. Yeah.
So let's think. So here we have a uh, let's assume key first value would be the start from 0, and then loop start from 1, right?
Right.
So this is start from 0, and here now we have a two number. uh, it's a left number is equal to, let's key a of your min position, one number, and right value a of your j, right? So
Right.
now you find two
Mhm.
value, your minimum value and maximum value, left value and right. For condition writing condition, we need a one, this left operator, right? Left, and this is
Right.
the right, right? Then we can say which is the less than, which is the greater than, right? Here we are taking two variable, one for the, so how logically say ki whatever your array value, your array value, I am assuming this is the 0 is the left number, and this is the your right number. The till now see ki this is the minimum 0%, and j is equal to 1%. This is the 0%, this is the 1%, right? So I am taking these two number, right? This is
Right.
the left number 0%, a right number 1%. And here I am going to apply condition, which is the less than or which is the greater than, right? For checking, now we have a two number, left number and right number. Now here I can ask question ki, in this our example, like this is the 7, this is the 4, right? That this is the 7 and this is the 4, right?
That's right.
In this two number, I can say which is the less number. I can, this is the 4 number. How to less? Because this operator help us to find which is the less number. If I am going to apply this the less than greater than, then we figure out, right? So here now we have a two number, right? If I print left and right, just the your left, right? And this is your right, right? Let's print, right? So you got the two number. So now this is the left number 7 and 4, right? This is the left 7, 4, right?
That's right.
So in this number, we can decide which is the minimum. Surely this is the minimum 4, right? So how I know this is the minimum 4? How I get, right? So if I say condition, if left less than, right, or not,
Less
then
than
what?
R.
Let's do. Initially here L 7. The 7 really less than R or not? In this case, no, 7 is not less than R, right? So if you write here, just print uh, and write in this way, boolean. Oh, just print out. So is s out. Same. Okay.
Oh, so you are doing descending now.
No, minimum. No, minimum means ascending.
Oh,
Ascending
ascending.
order means ki minimum should be first. Ascending.
Okay.
We are our objective. We have to find out the minimum value, right? Are you not getting my point?
Yes. Yes.
So I am saying ki I am going to start from, let's say this is your minimum position and this is your minimum value. So let's say this is your min value, minimum value, right? So minimum position your 0, a minimum value your 7, right? And now if your still minimum value here say, oh sorry,
Oh, so now you're comparing minimum value has 0.
no, no, this is the position, this is the value. 0
Oh,
position, what is the value? Here 0% value 7, right? Here the mean value 7, right?
okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I got it. Got it.
If say ki min value, oh sorry, min minimum value is still less than your let's this is the right value. Uh, uh, you can say directly you can write here. Let's say right value equal to a of j. Here your initial minimum value is the 0%, right? Let's say this is the 0%. This should be right. Initially, there is the minimum is the 0%, and you can just comparing to the next value 1%, then 2%, then 3%. Our objective, this is the 0% value. Let's assume
Right.
this is the minimum, right? Let's assume
Right.
this is the minimum, right? This is the min, right? Let's assume.
That's right.
Now we are
Hmm.
going to comparing 7 is still minimum with the 4. No.
No.
Notice 4 is the minimum, not the 7, right? So we have
Right.
to change this to here. Its minimum should be 4, right? Minimum should be 4, right?
Right.
Then again go compare to the next. Next comparing 9. 9 and 4. Who is the minimum? 4 is the minimum. Okay. Go compare to the next. 4. This is the 4 and this is the 5. Which is the minimum? 4. It's still okay. Then compare again with the 2. Here 4, here 2. Which is the minimum? 2 is the
2.
minimum, right? 2 is the minimum, right? So
So
we have
2
to change
come
minimum to the 2, right?
in the 4 position.
That. Just let's assume. So minimum is the 2. Again, we're
Hmm.
going to compare here. Which is the minimum? This is the 8 and this is the 2. So which is the minimum? Once you read all the element and whatever the minimum, you say this is the minimum, right? Is it okay?
Hmm.
So let's again. Initially, I'm assuming first position value 7, right? This is the 7. 7, let's assume this is the minimum, right? So I am going to now they are going to comparing with the one position, 4 with the comparing 4. So
Hmm.
is 4 in minimum or this minimum 7?
7.
Surely say
4.
4 is the minimum. So
Right.
we have to cut this and this should be 4, right? And again, once done, I'm going to compare it with the 9. Again, this 4 minimum or 9 minimum. So no, 4 is the minimum.
4 is
Then
minimum.
again going to compare to the 5. 5 minimum or 4? Still 4 minimum, right?
4 minimum. Yeah.
Again going to compare the next number 2, right?
Yeah.
It's 2 minimum or 4? You say no,
2.
2 is the minimum. We have to change this with the 2, right?
Right.
And finally again go to the next. So finally 8 is the not minimum. So in this way you can say find out the minimum value. This is the minimum value, right? So
Right.
here I am say let's if your here just print your this is the mean value, this is the minimum value. Let's initially let's say this is the 0 minimum value, right?
Right.
And this is your a of j. J initially 1%, right? If this is the new value, new value is still minimum with this, right? Whatever this new value initially 4, right? This is the your 7, right? This is the 7 and next value is 4, right? So
Right.
you can say 4 is still less than with the minimum value, then we have to change minimum value, right? Right? Here,
Right.
here we have a min value 7, right? Here we start the 0%. 0% is the min value, right?
Right.
And here say now j is equal to 1. 1 position value, 4, right? This is the
4.
4. So 4 less than min value 7. True?
It's true. True.
True. Then this should be 4, right? This should be minimum value should be 4, right? Is it okay?
Yeah.
Minimum value is not 7, right? Minimum value
Right.
should be 7. So here we have to say minimum value now should be a
4.
of A of I, whatever the value I, right? Here I means one position, sorry, J means one position, right? Here 4 means this is the one position value, right? Confusion?
Okay, no, but I'm comparing with 4 with 7 or 7 with 4 because
You can say, and you can say initially say this is the 7, right? 7. Next time I read this one value, right? This one value, next value, right? Because
right.
we start j equal to 1. J equal to 1 means next value. Next value, what is the 4? This 4 less than this 7.
Oh,
4,
okay, okay. Yeah, yeah.
4 less than 7. I am say yes, it is true. 4 less than
Mhm.
7. Then this minimum should be 4, not 7, right? So here the minimum should be, yeah, right?
Correct. So next time when it runs,
Whenever
what is
next,
the
uh,
oh,
next
which
time, next go. Now, initially your minimum is your 7. You can start from 1. This is the one position value 4, right? 4, 4 less than say your min 7, right? So you can say no, it is a false. This should be minimum. New value should be minimum, right? So you say no, change to this 4, right? Okay.
right?
And next time, but still we have to test other value, right? This, so we have to go loop again. I plus plus, the next number will come here. What is the next number? 9, right?
9,
So if say 9 is less than, what is the minimum value? 4, right?
4. Yeah,
So you can say no, it is not a minimum, so don't do anything, right?
right.
Go to the next number is the 5. Again say 5 is less than 4. You say no, don't do anything, right? It is a false.
Right. Hmm.
Don't do anything. Next value is the 2, right? 2. 2 less than 4. Here still say yes. 2 less than 4. Is it true? So we have to change this 4 to
2.
2. We have to change here, right? Are you getting my point?
Yeah,
And again go to the next 8. So again say here 8 less than 2. No. So whenever you run loop, you find this is the minimum value, right?
right.
So here say, how say, this is just I'm whatever explaining I just print here. Your j value, right? Index.
Right.
Yes, I print the index and plus value less than min value, right? Right? So if this is min value, then print else in loop change. Okay? So change, change min, change min. So let's run and understand this program. Okay, somehow this plus missing, right? Complete this value also print true false, right? Here.
Oh, so you are returning true false.
Just for output, so you should aware कि our system works here, right?
Right, right, right.
Just for. So now let's start. This is your original number. Okay.
Hmm.
We start with a one position value 4. 4 less than 7, true, right? So change the minimum value with 4. Change min value with change value with 4. Min value just for reading, right? Value. Here say okay. And again read. So you notice this is your number. Initially I assume for 7 is the min value, right? Min value. Let's write the min value as well as here for explanation. Initially min value. Where I write the min value. Let's see here. Min value equal to plus, right? So you saw initially what is the min value, right?
Right.
So you notice initially your min value is the 7, right? This is the 7, right?
Right.
And you are comparing with the first position value 4, right?
Right.
Or this is the first position value. Is condition 4 less than 7? You say true. Change value to the min value now become a 4.
4.
Right? Because this is the change. Now again next value is the now you find this is the min value. The min value become a 4, right? Initially
Now
min value.
oh, now I understand. So now you're comparing 4 with 9.
Right. Again next time this is the min value. Again say this is 9 value. Is 9 less than 4? Say false.
False.
So min value is still 4, right?
Right.
Next comparing 5. 5 less than 4? It's false, right? So still mean value is a 4, right?
Right.
Again comparing with the 2. 2 less than 4, it's true, right? So you can change the mean value with a 2, right? Mean value become a 2,
2.
right? Then we are comparing with the 8, comparing with the 8, right? False. So what is the minimum value? 2.
2.
We in this way we can find out the minimum value in this array, right? Is it clear?
But yeah, but it does not do the all ascending yet. You're
No,
just
till now, we have find out the first minimum in this array.
yes.
So this is
Okay,
the
I
one
got it.
past activity. We have done only one. Similarly, now once we find, we have to move this to the first place, right? Our objective next we are going to list. First we identify which is the minimum, right? Now we
Okay, I
find
see
this is
what
the
you mean.
minimum. The next step we are going to do, let's move to the first position, right? Right?
Right.
The next steps. So till now, we find out what is the mean value, right?
Right.
And notice what is the mean position. If you now notice this is the array, right? This is the array and there are multiple value, right? And here 2, here 8, right? And this is the 7, this is the 4, this is the 9, right? So I identify this is the minimum 2. Now, but minimum 2, we have to swap with the first position. This is the 0 position, right? We have to swap. We have to change the first position. But where I am going to write this 7 to the this place, right? So what is the position of this 2? Question. What is this position of 2? We have to find out the position, right? So that I can place 7 to this position only, right? Are you getting my point?
So now we are switching places.
Right. Because our objective 2 should be first, right?
Right.
So surely we find 2 minimum, 2 we are going to place the 0 position, right?
Right.
But what happened if this 0 position value have a 7? Where 7 goes? Where 7 goes?
In
We
the 2
have to
position.
find,
In the 2 position.
so we have to need what is the position of 2? How compiler know? We have to inform, hey compiler, this is the position for the 2. Till now, we have not any place to identify what is the position of 2, right?
Right.
You notice here we change the minimum, right? Minimum here change, right? So whenever we changing this value, we have to note the position, min position, right?
Right.
So this is the 4 should be minimum. So here, so let's keep one variable, just hold min position, right? Int, what is the minimum position? Index, right?
Right.
Initially let be 0, right? Initially we start with the 0, right? So initially would be 0, right?
Right.
And let's check the min index, min value, and min index also print this, right? So whenever we are changing this min value, our index should be also change. Index should be like a j, the position, right?
Right.
So here you have to change. So here we changing the value, right? Changing, changing mean value, right? So whenever we change mean value, we have to note ki what is the position of that, right? This is the position, right? Index.
Right.
So in this way, if you run code, we have a both thing. What is the minimum value or what is the minimum position? So notice ki this is the minimum index 1, minimum index 4. So now know ki this is the min index 4, right? So notice that this is the 0 position, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 position value is the minimum, right?
Right.
So we have to, whatever the value of 4 positions, we are swap with the 0 position, right? Is it clear?
Yeah.
And whatever the value of 0 position, we swap to the this place. Is it clear?
Yeah.
So this logic we are going to write.
So this might be similar to, remember you showed us one example in the beginning of the course,
Right?
how to swipe to a
Yeah,
position.
already we have, yes.
Okay.
Yes, I remove all these things.
Or you just keep the code.
Ah. This is just required to find the minimum position, right?
Right.
Yes, if you go out, what is the min position? If you run this loop, you find the minimum place value, right? The data. So this is the 4. The fourth place is the minimum value, right?
Right.
So now we have to write the logic swapping, right? Once you find this is the minimum, then we have to change. So how to change? Already we know how to swap the value. Now you have to swapping this value with this and this value with this, right? So already I explained we have to take one temporary variable, put this 7 value here, right?
Right.
And
Right.
now
I know.
whatever this value we place here, right?
Right.
And once this done, whatever this temporary value we place here, right?
I
And this
remember
is
that.
so we have to do whatever the, let's give one temp value, right? Hold what is the your let's in this a of 0 position, right?
Yeah.
And now whatever the min index here, index. So we are going to hold store a of 0 position would be the a of min index value with minimum
Yeah.
find, right? And whatever the min index, we are going to store the temporary value, right?
Right.
In this way, we are due for swapping. So we are able to notice this is the go to, this is go to the 7, right? Notice Now
Right.
this 2 go to the 0 position and this
Right.
value go to the first place, right?
Right. 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 Yeah. Mhm.
So till now we have done one pass. Means ki whatever the we have a number of element, first I find what is the minimum and just swap to the first place, right?
Right.
This is the first place. This means first place value is the sorted, right? Till now
Right.
this array is the sorted. But other part, this is still unsorted, right? Is it clear? This is the
Right.
still unsorted. This unsorted, right? This
Okay.
part.
Now, what I'm thinking is that now we're gonna compare this array zero is two. Now we are comparing array zero with others.
Yes. Now whatever we did, similarly we did for here, right? Fourth.
Right.
Then we consider this minimum and compare with this, right? Till now, whatever we did for this, till now, this original array, right?
Right.
What we did, I am taking the 0 as a minimum position, right? And comparing with the all, right?
Right.
And finding this is the minimum and place here, right? So now this is the place. The one activity done. Similarly, work we have to do further this second position. Next time again, I am going to say this is the minimum and find out the right place. In the mathematical approach, first you find 2, then we have to move to the finding the next minimum number, right? Is it
Right.
right? So same activity we have to do again, find the minimum. Same need to swap. Let's here we're going to find the minimum. Next is the 4, right?
Right.
So we have to swap 4. Is it
So
clear?
you don't take into account number two. Two you don't.
No, no, 2 is already done, right?
Right.
First time we start whole, right? Now it's time going to only this part. I know this is already done. I completed for the first time, right?
Oh, okay, okay, okay. I see, I see. Yeah.
So whenever next done, next time I say this is done. Go to the for next. So our objective here. So whatever we did, this need on a loop, right?
Right.
This need on a loop.
Loop,
Same
yeah.
activity we have to do for all other number, right?
Right.
So just write here another loop. I'm not going to for next. Similarly, if you do, just copy paste and again write the same code, right? More time, right? So it
Right.
would do the same thing we have to do for the many time. So we can say no, I'm not going to do copy paste multiple code. I am say just make a loop, right?
Right.
Uh, I'm saying this code must be in a loop, right? Notice whatever the things they need a loop, right? So initially this would be the here, not here should be the your I position, right? Whatever the zero, this should be I position. Just
Right.
first
Right. Okay.
do 0 position, then 1 position, then 2 position, then 3 position, then 4 position. Or what? Let's do. So whenever we are going to identify 0 position, so we are comparing with this number, right? 1, right? So when we are going starting from this, then we have to compare from here. Next number, right? Here, next number. So this should be whatever the value of I, this should be I plus, right? Whatever the I number plus 1, right?
Right.
Always start comparing with the whenever, this is the bigger array, and I'm going to till now, let's assume this is the sorted, right? This sorted done. The next I'm going to start this, the next number would be compared with this, right? So here say always start from j plus 1. Any doubt?
Got it.
just
Okay, so we are putting J.
so this code already you understand. Same thus writing in the loop for 0%, 1%, initially 0%, then 1%, then 2%, then 3%, then 4%.
Oh, okay, okay, I see. Instead of putting copy and paste, what we
Right,
discussed, you put
right,
now it's in the loop.
right. So our objective, our this is the loop, right? This is the loop. I am say till now I come code written for the 0%. Just sort the 0% data.
Right,
Just
right,
this sorting done, then we have to start from this 1%.
right,
The similarly, whatever the codes what run for the 1%, right? This is the become one, right? Similarly, for the next other position, other position, other position, other position, right?
right.
So if you run this code, this will run for your okay, okay plus.
Some bracket.
So here you notice till now, okay, this is your 0%. So we have to 0% find out the minimum. This is so we place at the right. Similarly, work for the one position one, position one, position one sorted. This is the sorted. Then this is the two sorted, right? Next time three sorted.
Right.
Next time
Four.
four sorted. Next time fifth sorted. Next time all sorted.
Oh, oh, so your output is nice. Like you just put it in separately.
Just if I comment here, that means it you are getting the actual result should be sorted, right?
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I am saying ki whatever this activity we did for one position, but similarly we need for other position. So I write here this so that you should aware ki for each positions for I equal to 0 what we are doing, for I equal to 1 what we are doing. So I am writing here.
Right, right.
Is it clear how we are doing sorting?
Yeah, it's clear now. It's
So
clear.
objective is simply whatever these array positions, whatever this we have array, first we are going to take the first position as a minimum. So here we are going to the sort find out the first minimum whatever the first minimum value and place in the 0 position, right?
Right,
And similarly for next time, one position. Whatever the next in this minimum, what is the minimum? 4. The 4 should be the next position here, right? Now the
right,
second, third position. Now we know that this is a sorted, right? This is the sorted, right? This sorted. So whatever the minimum here, minimum 5, go to the this position, right? Now this is sorted, right?
right,
Remaining at what is the minimum? Minimum 7. Then this is the minimum. What is the remaining? This is the remaining. So here our objective we are just thinking for one position and just loop for the here. Might here you can write any number of data, right?
right.
Be 1999, might be 24, might be 6, 21, might be 1, right? Might be 6, right? Any number,
It will
right?
sort everything. Yeah,
Yeah, because we are they run loop for all the element. They are doing for all the things, right?
right.
And this is for our purpose. What each time we are doing, this should be not needed, right?
Got it.
So in this way, we are doing sorting, right? All the number in arrangement, ascending order.
Yeah, they all are in
Clear?
ascending.
Yeah. So is it clear how? Though notice here we are using for loop inside another for loop,
Right,
nested for loop, right? This code is to just find the minimum, right?
right. And
One
the
in
first for loop is for run the loop.
this is the for just finding the minimum. And this say ki similar work for do all the array element, right? Because this is a array has a huge size, right?
Right.
Now I find the in the whole array what is the minimum, and I place this here, right?
Right.
The similar work remaining, this is the remaining array, right? Here
Right.
you find what is the minimum. Whatever the minimum, place here, right? And similarly, this is the remaining array. Again, find what is the minimum and place here, right?
Right.
Again, remaining array, what is the find minimum and place here, right? So
Right.
in this way, say ki I am writing this only one logic, find the minimum element, right? Find the minimum element. And say compiler, you do for all the element other. So this loop say ki do for each position. So this sorting algorithm name is the selection sort. What is selection sort? Selecting what is the minimum, right?
Selection sort. So
Yeah,
sort.
this is the algorithm name is a selection sort. Here say algorithm name is a selection sort.
Mm.
Selection sort, right?
Oh, so this is like an official name. This is
Yes,
what it's called.
name of this algorithm is
Okay.
the
Okay. Mhm.
selection sort. If you Google it, what is the selection sort? This is a selection sort. Selection sort say कि whatever we have a array of element, whatever we have array element, lights here 2, 10, 5, 1. Let's write. So whatever we have array of element, first find this first position what will be the minimum. We have to figure out. So you have to figure out minimum is the 1. You say कि this is the your minimum, right?
Right.
And again rest data would be the same, should be like a 10, 5, and should be 2, right?
Right.
So now this is the sorted selection done for one position. Numerically select the next position. This is position what be the minimum? Minimum is the 2. So here should be 2. This is the already sorted, and so this is the sorted part, right? Now still 5 and 10, right?
Right.
Next time again sort for this position. What is the minimum? So this is already minimum, right? The done.
Right.
This
Yeah.
done. So due to that, this is the your selection. First, you are selecting minimum and placing the first position. Similarly, for the next position, what is the minimum? Select and place here. Is it clear? So
Yeah.
this is our original array. Whatever the original array, I am saying, hey compiler, first take start position 1. What is the minimum? Place here. So what is the minimum? If I find this is the one minimum, right? Place 1 here, right?
Right.
1 done. The one position you done, right?
Right.
And this should be go either CO7, right? Okay. So again say compiler go to select next position. Next position this, find out what is the minimum. You say what is the minimum? This should be 2. The next position should be this is the 2, right?
Right.
Similarly done for the 2 position. The here should be 2, the here should be 4, right? Similarly for all other position. Say what is the for third position? Third position what is the minimum? Figure out minimum 4, then do 4, right?
Right.
So in this way, we are saying compiler, you do for me, right? So here this code say let's first find the minimum position for 0 element. This is 0 element done. This code done, right? This code. Once done, this is loop done. Go to the I plus plus. They are going to the 1. We are going to the check for 1 position, right? Same
Right.
code, right? So this code is working for first time for 0 position, second time 1 position, 2 position, 3 position till your array length, right?
So selection sort.
Hmm.
This is how this is called selection sort. So
Yeah,
something
this is
like this. Bubble sort is different.
yeah.
That's
Web sort is a different. We'll maybe
okay.
discuss next. But lots of sorting algorithm. But this is your selection sort. Generally, whenever we are a multiple way to think to sort this element, right?
Right.
If this is the element, so this is the one way to sort, right? One way to sort, you first find the what is the minimum, right? What this is the minimum? Just place first, right? Next, what is the minimum? This is the min. Place here, right? 4. What is the minimum next? 5. 5 place. What is the minimum? 7. What is the minimum? This is the selection. No, this due to that is a selection sort.
Right. Okay.
So maybe you have say like a bubble sort. Bubble sort is also another way to think. The uh, input is the same, output would be the same, but this approach should be different. Not this approach, right?
Oh, approach is different. I heard about bubble sort. I never
Let's
seen.
tomorrow we'll explain key
Oh,
how we can do the bubble sort, right?
but bubble sort basically it gives me the same result, but it's a
A
different way.
result for the all sorting would be the same. Maybe you go to the Google and the sorting algorithm, you find dozens of sorting algorithm, right?
I
But
see.
input and output is the same. Whatever the
Oh,
input, output always you're getting the same. This is the meaning of sorting. Maybe ascending order or descending order, right?
right. Okay. So here the important take is to understand how you write algorithm.
Right,
That's the important part.
right. Approach. How to
Approach.
someone think to solve the problem? Whatever you think, can you write the code or not?
Hmm.
Right. So by default, this is written you like we written this is the selection sort for ascending, right? Selection
Assembly. Yeah.
sort is ascending, right?
Yeah.
Right, ascending order.
Right.
Should be clear, right?
Right.
So if selection sort can be descending order, right?
Right.
This is your ascending, can be descending. So what do you think in the descending? So what do you mean by descending? This is the ascending, clear?
Yeah. So
What is the descending order? Whatever
descending means
the
the biggest one come first.
yeah.
Biggest
So I
one.
say first find the biggest number. Biggest number is the 9. Place the 9 here, right?
Right.
Find the next biggest number. Next biggest number this. Place here.
8. Yeah.
Next biggest number 7. Place here. Next biggest number. Place here, right? Next
Right.
biggest number. Place here. 2. So this is a descending order.
Right.
So this code is same. Just you have to if you just I'm not changing this code. It help, but just copy paste the duplicate, right? Just let's give on to descending. Just in a descending. Okay?
In the less than we
Huh.
can do
Right, right.
okay.
That's a comment. And here we have to just change this condition. This instead of less, you can say greater than. Just
Greater than,
and you
and that will twist. That now is looking for the bigger one.
yes, you notice the
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
But this variable name should be logically should be max index, right?
Yes. That's correct.
So
That's
that
correct.
someone can really think what you are doing, right?
Correct. That's correct. Yeah.
This need to just rename. So let's see the max index, right? The code would be same if you understand one ascending. So similarly for descending, you just change the condition, right?
Right.
So this is your for ascending and descending order. In generally in our programming language, we are not saying ascending or descending order. Just say sorting algorithm.
Sorting
Might be you
algorithm.
decide. You sort by
Right.
ascending or descending, right?
Got it.
So let's try to this is your complete input array. Now you sort in ascending order. Now you sort in descending order, right?
I'm gonna try tonight. Today.
Yeah. Surely try to understand here. My I initially I think I as feasible I explain you because the main logic is this, right?
That's
Before the
correct.
main logic is this finding the minimum or maximum. These things already I explained you in the last couple of video, right? How to
Correct.
find the minimum element and maximum element, right?
Correct.
So you can look those video as well as this is the code for writing minimum or maximum. And once you find, just swap the data. This is also I already teach you how to swapping the element, right?
Correct.
So today we are not learning any new thing. Whatever till this is the finding minimum element. This is the finding the swiping the data, and just these things must be in a loop. Today we learn ki whatever till now we have studied, can you wrap this code in another loop? Just so this is the for loop inside a for loop like a nested for loop, right?
Correct.
So whenever last time, whenever I am teaching you like about the finding the maximum element or minimum element or swapping element, at that time we are not aware about the nested for loop. At that time we miss the sorting. Now we aware ki what is the nested for loop, then we achieve here, right?
Correct.
So today we just learn how one extra for loop, right?
Correct.
Because this part finding the max minimum already you know, swapping you already know, this for loop you already know.
Correct.
Once you combine this, you are getting sorting algorithm. Is it clear?
Yeah. Correct.
So, still any doubt, confusion we have to discuss, but at least you should aware ki how to arrange, order your number. Maybe in the database you say okay, ascending order, descending order. This terminology in the database you always say ki we are getting data in ascending order, descending order. But in the mathematical in algorithm, always you talk about only sorting part.
Right.
Sorting means sorting elements, right?
Right.
Sorting elements. Sorting elements. That means only ascending order or descending order, whatever you think, right? Just differ of the terminology, right?
Correct.
I think that's okay for the day. Any doubt till now?
I'm
What
good
we are
now.
doing?
I'm good.
Because today we are not learning any new thing. Whatever
But
till we
we're
study,
combining.
just
We're
combining
combining.
this
Yeah.
and term the new terminology like sorting, right? Today we learn
Correct.
sorting algorithm, you can say.
Correct. Yeah.
You can Google and search out the selection sort. Multiple places you find this code, right?
Okay.
But
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
lots of things you can find the same code.
But
But
but I think in Google they sometimes they write it differently.
yes,
Now the way you explain is much easier than you read it on Google, especially this stuff.
okay. Let's try. Okay.
Sure. Sure.
Okay, I think we are
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So can I stop the sharing?
Yes. Yes.